This time, it really is all over, isn't it? Defendant? Yes, Your Honor. Although you weren't directly involved in the murder, tampering with the body and the crime scene is a serious offense in itself. I understand, Your Honor. Mr. Armando explained that to me very carefully. I knew the risk and I willingly cooperated anyway. Why? Jesus, what a debacle! You just had to stop Pearl from channeling. You just had to like tell her, "Hey Pearl, don't channel." Or just knock her out. Like the first time you see her, just like bonk and just knock her out, and that's fine. That's all you need to do. Why did you go through all this? Unbelievable debacle. Very well. Before I hand down my verdict, is there anything you'd like to say? Well, there is one thing. I'd like to say something to Mr. Wright. I want to apologize to you. Apologize? To me? For what? For the case 5 years ago, of course. I just remembered. Weren't you poisoned by your own lover? Not exactly, but yeah, something like that. Almost poisoned. Even now, 5 years later, I can hardly believe it. She was going to do it. She was planning to kill me. Yeah, Dahlia. It's not all that surprising. The two of you hardly knew each other. Huh. What do you mean? You and my sister, you only met twice. You what? Huh. We only met twice? No, this is not true. This is not true. The first time you met was on that fateful day. The day she poisoned Mr. Armando in the cafeteria of this very courthouse. The next time you met her was 8 months later. You met her again on the day that she stole your cold medicine. And Doug Swallow was killed. No way! It can't be true. I mean, during our whole relationship, we were... For those 8 months, the woman that you thought was Dahlia Hawthorne wasn't actually my sister. Huh? It wasn't Dahlia. I hope one day you can forgive me, Feeny. No, that's not true. That's not true. Because the whole time she kept asking him for the thing back. She kept saying, "Give me back the pendant now." No, this is retconning. No, I'd reject the retcon. This is so the fans can feel like Phoenix is less of a loser. And I reject this. No, Phoenix was a complete loser. I don't accept this. This is a retcon. This is a retcon because there's no way Dahlia could have hated Phoenix so much if they only met twice, right? I mean, at best she would be dismissive, but she like really hated him. And to like really hate someone, you have to spend time with them to really understand just how much you disagree with them. You mean? That's right. I lied to you for 8 months. But why? Why would you do such a thing? Ever since she gave you the bottle that day, my sister was trying to get it back as soon as she possibly could. Because of the police investigation and the surveillance. She couldn't move about freely. So that's why you? My sister, from the beginning she was prepared for the worst. Prepared for the worst? She thought that you might somehow discover the truth. That's why she was always ready to deal with you at a moment's notice. You mean she was ready to kill me, don't you? She already had so much to answer for, I didn't want any more sins on her soul. I begged her not to do it, and she agreed to give me a chance. No, I don't believe this. And that's why you came to me. You came to get the bottle pendant back from me in her place. But I couldn't get you to give it back. It's so stupid. I failed at something even as simple as that. 8 months passed and I still couldn't get it back from you. Finally, my sister couldn't wait any longer. She didn't consult me about her plans for you that day. It was the first time that had ever happened. That was a bit strange, wasn't it? Up until that day, you two were partners in crime and she would confer with you. I think she must have noticed. Noticed what? My feelings for you. If I had found out she was planning to kill you, I would have done whatever was necessary to stop her. Even if it meant her life. Or mine. Iris! After spending those 8 months by your side, my feelings towards you, they changed. No. No, I don't like this part. No. I have something to say to you too. You lied to me! You almost got me killed! By lying to me. Yes? You really are the person I always thought you were. Now come on. No, come on. No, Phoenix got duped! That was so funny! He was so thoroughly duped! That was hilarious! No, I don't like this. I don't like this retcon. I don't appreciate this. Even after Dahlia Hawthorne was found guilty, I still believed in you. Yeah, come on, nonsense. Utter trash. Thank you. No, I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. No, that's not a compelling story. I don't find that compelling at all. What's that supposed to be? Like, what is that supposed to be? It's supposed to, like, give Phoenix a break? So he's, like, less of a loser? But he is a loser. You can't just retcon that out. You can't retcon that out, he is a loser. No, I think that's fan service. I think that's fan service. I don't think that's good storytelling. I think that's just to make the fans feel better for him. And I don't need that. I don't need to feel good for anyone. Alright? I am mature enough and like adult enough to accept being a loser. How many cups of darkness have I drank over the years? Even I don't know. I'll tell you though, right now, this one here is the greatest cup I think I've ever had. Don't you think so, Phoenix Wright? Yeah, I think you're right. No, this is fan service, right? No, this is fan service. No, they went too far. No, they went too far with the fan service. It was fine. It was fine, and then now they're pandering. Now they're pandering. No, why? Why'd you do that? It was fine. The purpose of this trial was to rule on the murder of the victim, Elise Donham. At some point, I expect you'll be tried for your role as an accomplice to this case. I understand, Your Honor. Very well. On the charge of murder, I hereby find the defendant not guilty. But Diego Armando is guilty. Court is now adjourned! Are we gonna channel Misty? Are we ever gonna channel Misty? February 10, 4:51 PM, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. So I guess it's all over. Yeah, no, that was too much pandering. It was fine, and then they went too far. The way everything ended was justice really served. Nothing's gonna bring Misty back. Except channeling. The man who risked his life to save Maya is being sent to prison by my own hand. Yeah, he botched it. Because he botched it. Of course justice was served. Mia, I'm proud of you, Phoenix. Your defense was truly brilliant. But I couldn't save Mr. Armando. He doesn't need your saving. The man who cared so deeply for you. You're wrong, Phoenix. You did save Diego. You saved him in the only way possible. You mean, with that verdict? I think one day you'll understand too. Phoenix, I want you to remember one thing. You were as good out there today as any defense attorney could ever hope to be. There's nothing more you can learn from me. Mia! You've accomplished something I wasn't able to. I owe you a great deal. Thank you. Yeah, your mom's dead. Hey, your mom's dead. You wanna, like, what do you wanna do about it? Mia! I'm sure we'll meet again someday, Phoenix. Oh, and she's gone. I've handled lots of cases and seen lots of things. And along this journey, I found myself asking just one question. What does it really mean to defend someone? I suppose today's case produced one possible answer. Oh hey! Nick! Maya! I guess it's just like my sis said. Mia, what did she say? That night, when I channeled Mia to get her advice on what to do, this is what she wrote back in my notebook. Don't worry, Phoenix will save everyone in the end. Except your mom! Your mom's dead. But, come on, cut it out with the gloomy face. Can't you see? Me, sis, and I'm sure Iris too. We owe you for everything you've done for us, Nick. Maya, how? How can you be so bright and chipper after all that's happened? Can we get Pearl to channel your mom? I want to talk to Misty again. You were brutally attacked. You even saw your mother murdered. Ah! Francisca! Still a softie as always, Phoenix Wright. Excellent work, Wright. Ah, Mr. Edgeworth! When did you get back? Oh, that's right. I guess no one filled her in on that. Edgeworth and Francisca have actually been helping me. Helping you? Madness! If these two hadn't been here on the first day of the trial, the defense wouldn't have gotten anywhere. Wow! But where were you, Nick? I heard he fell into a river and caught a nasty cold which forced him to sleep all day. Yes, he laid in bed shivering from his fever with Iris's hood pulled over his head. Oh, ouch. Talk about embarrassing, Nick. You definitely need more training. Anyway, thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. And you too, Francisca. I don't suppose there's room for me in this group hug, is there? No, get out of here. Oh, Larry! What's with the longer than usual face? I realized something when I was reborn. I realized that Larry was never of any use to anyone, not even once. Yeah, no, you're right. No, that's true, Maya. That's not true, right, Nick? No, he's right. What? You're asking me? Well, Nick, is it true? I've got a place in this world, right? Huh? Oh, yeah, of course. I knew it. Everyone would be better off if I were gone for good. No. Oh yeah. Okay, this is where I have to present something to him, and I get more stuff if I do. What am I presenting to him? Those portraits you painted, they were really good. Isn't that right, Edgeworth? What? Me? Why are you making that face? Huh, Edgy? Oh, well, yes, indeed. I certainly can't say that they lacked resemblance. I can't say that they lack resemblance. That's a compliment. Do you really mean it? What about you, Frenzy? Did I draw you well too? Ah! My beauty can't possibly be captured by a mere crayon. Nevertheless, I recognize the effort you put into it, and that's worth something. Good job, Francisca. Well done. GG, well played. So then you'll do it like you promised? You're going to model for my next picture book? Francie whippity what? Ah! Don't get carried away! Well, how about that? I guess painting portraits is the only thing I'm good at. I mean, sure. The painting of Pearl was pretty darn good too, if you ask me. Huh? Now that you mention it, I haven't seen her around. Pearls! Where could she have gone? She was channeling Mia just a few minutes ago. Normally she would have made a beeline for Maya. Oh, I'll go look for her. Be right back. Hey Pearly! Right. You seem to be uncharacteristically puzzled. I suspect you were wondering how Maya can be so cheerful despite all that has happened. Yeah. To be honest, I can't understand it either. Francisca. That's right, she lost her father fairly recently as well. I think I understand how she feels. Maya is a much wiser person than she appears, and I think she realizes something. Now is exactly the time when she needs to be as strong as she can. What do you mean by now is exactly the time? Maya wasn't the only one that was badly wounded by this incident. In fact, there was someone that was hurt far more deeply than she. I believe it's for that person that Maya is trying her best not to cry. Someone who was hurt more deeply than Maya. Do I have to like present anything? Edgeworth, I think I'm starting to understand too. Ah! Then tell me, Phoenix Wright. Who is Maya Fey being strong for? I mean, she... Just channel them. Can we... Are we never gonna channel Misty? We're never gonna channel Misty, are we? Okay, I can't step myself. I can't say she's being strong for me. Pearl Fey. The poor kid, after all. The reason that she worked so hard to follow the instructions was because she loved and believed in her mother, Morgan. It's for the good of the Fey clan. I'm sure she believed in every last word. She thought she was doing it for Maya. That's why she was so happy. It shows how truly devoted she is to Maya. But it's a cruel irony that it was her exuberance that led to this tragedy. Maya Fey's mother was killed and Maya herself was put into the deepest peril imaginable. And that's exactly why Maya is putting on a brave face. She's doing it for Pearl's sake until she can see her smile again. Oh hey, so this is where you all were. Wow, looks like we've got quite the bunch here today. Ah! What was that for, sir? Sorry about that, Scruffy. My whip just seems to have a mind of its own. What's up, Detective Gumshoe? Oh, you know, this and that. Anyway, congrats on your win! Let's go out tonight, pal. Dinner's on me. You don't have any money. My salary's just sorta kinda gone down by a teeny weeny bit, but it's alright. I made reservations at a first-class French restaurant tonight. I know. Ah! Pretty good work, Scruffy. That whip was your reward. Does he enjoy that, Francisca? Have you figured out that he enjoys it? What's been going on between you two? Detective Gumshoe, you said a first-class French restaurant. You don't mean... Très bien! Where else? I knew it. We're doomed! Come on, let's go, everyone. Can't keep Maggie waiting, pal. Hey, you crybaby, you're invited too. Oh, forget about me. Pearl and I will be at the loser's shack eating potatoes. You know, Maya is taking an awfully long time to get back. She's still out looking for pearls. Oh, Maya. What's wrong? Nick, what do I do? Pearly, I can't find her anywhere. Well, first of all, try channeling her. If you can channel her, then she killed herself. If you can't channel her, then channel Misty? Huh? I bet she just went back to home, that's all. I thought so too, so I called the village, but no one has heard from her. This has never happened before! As I figured, she has been badly hurt by this incident. She feels responsible for the tragedy that has befallen you, Maya. But none of this was her fault! No, it wasn't her fault. But she's still involved. What should I do? Channel Misty. Channel Misty. Channel Misty. That's all I want, is to channel Misty. Detective Gumshoe! Yeah, what is it, pal? Could you guys go on ahead? But what about you? Maya and I will join you guys once we find pearls. Nick! Don't worry about us, Detective Gumshoe. We may be a little late, but we'll definitely be there. We have a lot of celebrating to do tonight, and I wouldn't miss it for the world. Yeah, but you're the Very well, Phoenix Wright. We'll go on ahead. Don't keep us waiting, right? We won't. But where should we look? Where could Pearly have gone? Let's go, Maya. There's only one place I can think of that pearls might have gone to. Really? February 10, Hasakura Temple main gates. She climbed. How did she climb the mountain by herself? There aren't any buses up here or anything. She ran up the mountain in the snow? This freaking fan service. Look, too much pandering. Too much pandering. At least pander in a way that makes sense. You're telling me she came up here by herself? In the snow? On foot? Hasakura Temple? For pearls, I bet this is a very important place. After all, it's where this whole incident started. What's this? You're all back again so soon. Sister Bikini! I thought we'd be eating mashed potatoes alone tonight. So she's here? Pearly is here? She's in the training hall. Why don't you hurry along and go see her? Okay! Pearly's not here. Well, she's inside. Ah! Maya! The hanging scroll! Oh, she cleaned that? She cleaned the gravy off. Ah! Someone cleaned it off. It's got to be pearls. Ah! Mystic Maya! Pearly! Why? Why did you just leave like that? Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! I swore that I would never trouble the two of you ever again. That's ridiculous, come here. Because it's all my fault that Mystic Maya's mother... You can channel her. You and Maya can take turns channeling Misty. And you can both apologize to her, in turn. That's why you came here? It's the least I could do to pray for your happiness. You don't have to do that, Pearly. It wasn't your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. Of course I'm sad that my mother is gone. But, how do I say this? I'm still happy. You don't have to lie just to make me feel better. She's smarter than you. Pearl is smarter than Maya. No, really. It's true. It's not true. The only reason I'm still here is all thanks to everyone who was there for me. Well, I mean, we were there for your mother too, but she died. It doesn't work all the time. My sis, my mother, Mr. Armando, Nick, and you. If even one of you went there, I'm sure I wouldn't still be alive right now. And your mother. That's why. I have to be strong. For all the people that were there for me when I needed them. That's all I can really do. Mystic Maya! I'm impressed! You truly are the daughter of Mystic Misty. Sister Bikini, your mother, Mystic Misty, was a strong woman indeed. I want to tell you what she said to me that night. After dishonoring the good name of Curain, I don't have the right to face my daughter. Oh, come on. Really? Really? But still, Maya is always in my thoughts. It's true. She'll always be with me until the day I die. Your spirit was with her. That's why your mother was so strong. Even at the end, I'm sure she had no regrets. She'll always be with me until the day I die, huh? There's a rule or something all masters are to follow, isn't there? To never take the charm off until the day you die. That's the master's talisman! The thing that Misty kept by her heart and would never take off. It wasn't the container that was important, rather it was the contents. That's... a photo! Ah! Mother! It's only natural for living creatures to fight to protect their own lives. But what makes us human is that we fight for others. There are other animals who also do that. There are a lot of other animals that do that. But who do you fight for? How hard must you fight? That's the true measure of what human life is worth. We defense attorneys are warriors who are constantly challenged by that question. Oh, real? Is that Mia and Maya? It is, right? That's Mia and Maya. How many times have they broken the urn? Every generation of the Faye family breaks the urn and then glues it back together. Even when the battle is over and the bonds that connect us are severed. Wait a minute, so Emmy's spirit was never in the urn. Emmy's spirit has escaped a long time ago. We always return, time and time again. Mia, Maya, Pearls, Mr. Armando, and Maya's mother too. I learned that from all of them. Amazing. That's really good. Well, shall we get going? Everyone is waiting. Ah! This is a day to remember. A day when a lot of things were finally put to rest. Yeah, you put your mother to rest. I think we should celebrate what we overcame today. But I still can't. Oh, go on, sweetie. You can come back for training anytime. Okay. Alright, I'm going to make a brand new start too. Sister Bikini, I'll be back for more training, I promise. I know, and I won't go easy on you just because you're the future master. No, she's the current master. The old master's dead, she has the talisman. She's the master now. I'll make sure to prepare reservations for 3 for when you come back. Oh wait, Phoenix has to come back too. Haha! The mayo! Alright! We're going to have a great feast today, Pearly. You know why? Because training is a battle of endurance. Okay, Mystic Maya, I'll eat lots and lots of food tonight. You know, there's one thing I don't get, and probably don't want to, but... What is it, Nick? Reservations for training is fine and all, but why for 3? Come on, what do you think? You're one of us, Nick. Next time you can train right alongside us. Uh-oh. Huh. I'll be waiting for you. Sister Bikini will take special care of you. Huh. It'll be great, Nick! We're going to do the special course naturally. Haha. That's a great idea. After all, Mr. Nick, you'd do anything for Mystic Maya, wouldn't you? Even walk on hot coals, right? No? We'll have a nice big meal before we come next time, right, Nick? You know, I was wondering if I can just say one little thing. Sure, of course you can. Oh, I love this part. I can't wait to hear it. I'm getting goosebumps too. Well then, Here goes nothing. Alright. So, the last episode was really well done. A little bit too much pandering at the very end. But like in terms of like gameplay and puzzles and writing, superb. 10 out of 10. Now the problem is that the entire trilogy was not of that quality. Right? Like maybe like 2 or 3 of the episodes were that quality. But like maybe like a third were really good, a third were mediocre, and a third were just like implausible and completely destroyed the immersion by how implausible they were. So, you know, as a whole, the series it's alright, it's worth playing. But if you like just took the good ones and you put them into one game, like the best of Phoenix Wright collection, it'd be really good. And I mean, it's not really a diss, or not really a you know, a lot of games are like that. There's like filler bits in the middle. And the problem with making a game that is based on narrative and characters and puzzles is that there's no way to standardize or to modularize any of it, right? Right, if your game is based on, let's say you're making a shooter, right? And once you make the underlying mechanics of the shooting fun, it's not that hard to make a fun game. Well, I mean, it's still a lot of work. I'm not going to downplay the amount of work. But what I'm just saying is, like, once you have a good basis for a shooter, then you can just like make a good entertaining shooter. Or you can just like make a lot of content based on the underlying mechanics. As long as the underlying mechanics are good, the stuff you make is going to be generally good. Or at least not too bad. Oh. Wait, I got $500,000? I got $500,000 in tea? Yeah. So... whereas like with story, you write one good story, there's no guarantee that like you write one good chapter, there's no guarantee that the second and third chapter are also going to be good. You have to put in just as much work for the second and third chapter. And for puzzles, you make one good puzzle, there's no guarantee that the second and third puzzle will also be good. You have to put in just as much work. You have to like make another puzzle and another story all from scratch. Right? So in that way, like narrative and puzzles are much more work than a mechanics-based game. Let's say like Tetris. Tetris is just the same game mechanic except faster, right? You start at level 1, you're slow, and just get faster and faster and faster. And that's it, like every game of Tetris is equally good. And you know, once you have one level done, the other levels is just the same thing but faster. Whereas the same is not true for puzzles, adventure games, puzzles, and narrative. So that's just a really long and kind of convoluted way of saying that I don't really blame the game designers here for not making yeah, she slapped you. I don't really blame the game designers here for not being able to make every single episode the same high quality as the final episode we just went through. But I wish they had. Like, I wish they had. I wish they just kind of polished everything up to this quality. And if they did, I'd be like amazed. It'd be like 10 out of 10, best game ever. And maybe if I wasn't recording this, I wouldn't notice as much. Like, if you're not recording, you don't notice as much the bad bits. But when you record a game, and when you record a playthrough like this, you can objectively count how many videos are good and how many videos are bad. And like, you go back and you watch them again and you remember. Whereas normally you would like remember the good bits and you forget the bad bits, and in your mind you think, oh, that's a pretty good game. You know, like this, maybe you remember, well, there was a bit of a filler in the middle, some like kind of tedious content in the middle, but you just kind of get over it. But when you record things, like, you have a clear record of just how much filler there is. And there was some. It was noticeable that the filler was like of a lower quality than the other stuff. Oh, Godot's not here? Oh, I got those up there. Wait, those are dead. Is Godot dead? Did he die again? Why is Godot up there with Mia and Misty?